There's a detriment to that. Like sometimes I feel too much.
Yeah.
I just spoke to my ex-girlfriend a couple of months ago and I had a panic attack after I spoke to her because she said that she couldn't move on from me for 5 years. We broke up 5 years ago. She said she's not able to fully open her heart because she's scared of it getting hurt again. I just felt that so deeply. Next day I woke up with a panic attack.
Yeah.
It's like I feel so much. So the love part has a dark side to it.
So with divine love that is ever present, imagine going as high as I can beyond this world, universe, galaxies, like all the way up to the 0 point of creation, and that frequency just really going off the charts, and it slows down as it kind of lowers in frequency. It will slow, the wave pattern will slow, and it slows to a point where it can't slow anymore. And this is where the scientists talk about when the Big Bang happened, saying it collapses together and then it fractures into two parts, and then it slows down more and more and more until what we see is physical solids. But if we put that table under a microscope, it's the same as our human bodies. As we go into the cells, it's like mostly space with just particles bouncing off each other. What does that mean? So at the point of the Big Bang, that was at the speed of light, meaning everything I spoke about before that point must exist in darkness. But within that darkness, we also fill it with our consciousness beyond the five senses, because the five senses only occur lower than the Big Bang. So in that blackness is what Dr. Joe would reference as the quantum field, the infinite potentialities. Deepak used to say, they're just that all possibilities exist. So remember, that divine love goes from source all the way right through and exists within that empty space within us at the micro level, within that as well. It's never not present. But from the Big Bang down, from that duality, that physicality of duality, we've got the two sides of the 3D love. So we'll see a dark part and a light part. But love is what actually combines the both of them. I'll give you a tangible example. Like with kids acting up, parents never don't love them. They might strongly fucking dislike them at that moment because they're showing little dark parts. But it's actually equal and opposite chance to shine. You've got a chance to repaint them differently than what we experienced growing up. But it may have been a backhander or a belt or a wooden spoon or whatever it may be. Like, we don't need to do that. We can, within that darkness, we can choose another thing because love is ever present. We'll tap into it depending on what side we're in, because we'll equate the positive to love, but it's only one side of it. Love knows it's both. That's the shadow and the light. So it's not for me to say that love isn't yours, but I would say it's more, I don't want to say anything actually, I'll let you ponder deeper within that. But yeah, the panic attack is just like, again, your beautiful ability to connect with people and feel their pain. It might not feel pleasurable to you, and you might have took that on. So you hear these people say, "Oh, I'm a real empath." We've all got the capability to be empathetic. What they're probably saying is that they're an HSP, a highly sensitive person. But if you haven't done the deep work and have ways to manage and regulate your nervous system, which I think is the key component for any relationship, because it means you're not going to be triggered by anyone else. Or if you are, you can regulate.